Hello, young friends. I am Dr. Sangeeta Roy Moithro. I have done my BA, LLB, LLM, and PhD from the University of North Bengal. Presently, I am serving the West Bengal Education Service as an assistant professor in law, currently posted at Hooghly Mohsin College, Chinsura, Hooghly, West Bengal. Today, I am here to discuss something about legal education with you and to discuss law as a career with you. Now, law is important for a society as it serves a norm of conduct for its citizens. Liberally, if I speak, legal education serves the society by imparting law students general and cultural education, making them good law-abiding citizens, and such legal education instills the significance and relevance of a democratic culture in the students. Law, legal education and development have become interrelated concepts in modern developing societies which are struggling to develop into social welfare states and are seeking to ameliorate the socio-economic conditions of the people by peaceful means. The same is true for our country. It is a crucial function of the legal education to produce lawyers with a social vision in a developing country. So, legal education is a science which imparts to students knowledge of certain principles and provisions of law to enable them to enter into the legal profession. The main function of legal education is to produce lawyers with a social vision. Legal education in India refers to education of lawyers before their entry into practice. Legal education is not limited to producing lawyers these days. It also includes producing policymakers, lawyers, law teachers, and administrators. Now the question is, how will you enter into the legal profession? To enter into the legal profession, you have to undergo legal education. So, what is the first step towards legal education? To get yourself enrolled into a law course. So, how will you get yourself enrolled into a law course? You may enter into a law course by giving a UG CLAT, which is a common law admission test for the 22 national law universities spread across the length and breadth of the country. Apart from that, you have the IELT, which is a specific admission test for the University of Delhi, the National Law University Delhi, for the National Law University Delhi. And apart from that, you have the LSAT. LSAT is the Law School Admission Test India, which is held in 2020 it will be held for around 58 colleges in India. So if you want to get through into CLAT, you have to study English language, current affairs including GK, legal reasoning, logical reasoning, quantitative techniques. And if you want to appear for LSAT and the IELT, in addition to these papers, you have to prepare for basic mathematics as well. Apart from these three, which I have mentioned, CLAT, IELT, and LSAT, the other public and private universities also have their own admission tests. For instance, if you want to enter into Calcutta University, you have to sit for the Calcutta University admission test, which usually happens after the 10+2 results are declared. And CLAT, LSAT, and IELT, they usually happen in May. The syllabus is more or less the same. You have to stress upon English language and current affairs including GK and legal reasoning, logical reasoning, and you have to have a basic knowledge about legal language and legal drafting. A basic knowledge, not too much, legal language is required. Now, once you enter into the law course, you get admission and you get entry into the law course. You may choose your course. There are various courses which are offered by various universities. You have BA LLB, BCom LLB, BBA LLB, BSc LLB. Earlier, the law was a 3 years course which would happen only after graduation. But now it is a 10+2 after 10 plus 2 it is a 5 years course as well. So there are two options which you have to study law. You can take up law either after 10 plus 2 or either after your graduation. So if you do your graduation, you have to do a 3 years LLB course, and if you take up law after 10 plus 2, you will have a 5 years law course. So whatever you take up, there is no age bar. Earlier there was an age bar relating to the 5 years law course, but now there is no such. The Bar Council of India has lifted the age bar, and now there is no age bar. Whatever be your age, you may study law. At any age you may take up law, but the best phase is of course to take it up after 10 plus 2, so that you get some time to establish yourself. Now you may take up LLB or LLB honors, BLLB honors, BBA LLB honors. The only difference is that you have to study a few number of papers more than the normal LLB course, and apart from that, if you take up honors, there are better prospects in future. After LLB, you may do your LLM, you may do your PhD as well. LLM is a 2 years course in the public universities, and many national law universities and private universities also offer a 1 year course as well. Now, what are the prospects? Now you might be wondering that if you study law, what are the prospects? Apart from taking up law to become a lawyer, a practicing lawyer, you may also appear for your IAS exams or the state civil service exams. Secondly, there is a huge opportunity in the corporate sector. You may become a corporate counselor, and there's a huge prospect in that. You may become a corporate counselor in the corporate world. The various companies, they hire legal professionals, legal heads, legal trainees to serve the legal needs of their companies. You can appear for the judicial exams and become a judge. You can appear for the legal services exam, and you may become a law officer in any of the government departments. You may become a law officer in a bank. You may become a legal academician like me after doing your LLM and PhD and qualifying NET or SCT. So these are some of the prospects which you have of studying law. A very brief and a very crisp idea of why to take up law and what to do after taking up law. Hope this serves your purpose. Thank you.